Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about making your fourth finger a great finger. So the best way to start getting your fourth finger working properly is to use your third finger as a support finger and then work your fourth finger in rhythmic patterns up and down close to the third finger, just in a semitone, like this. So because the third finger and fourth finger share a tendon, it can be rather difficult for the fourth finger to feel independent. So using the third finger as a support finger, they're sharing the tendon, but the third finger isn't really moving. And that's the best way to get this finger starting to work better. And remember, when it's close to the third, try and keep the fourth finger on a curve. That's the best way to exercise it, just up and down like a little piston. And if you can do it rhythmically, even better. So when you're doing your fourth finger, don't lift it up too much. Just keep it sort of very close to the string so that the source of movement is really from this knuckle here. Okay, that's the key to starting to make that fourth finger work well. It stays in one shape, which is curved like that. And it simply moves from that knuckle there. That's the key to getting good movement with all your fingers on the violin. Keep them in one shape and just move them with a small movement from the knuckle there. So that applies to the fourth finger especially. Now, the next thing to think about is your wrist and whether you're playing like this with a straight fourth finger. Now, this isn't ideal at all because this makes the hand very sore and rigid and introduces too many muscles in the inside of the hand being used. So you want to really have everything coming from these knuckles here, which are connected to the tendons, and just movements like this. So let's change that rigid position to a position more like this, where the wrist is soft and pointing in more towards the shoulder of the violin. Now, if you try the exercise with your wrist quite far forward like this, then you're able to exercise from the knuckle even better. So try it with a very soft wrist like this. So it's time to try a tone once your finger feels a bit stronger and it can move in a rhythmic pattern. And try to keep your finger nice and curved if you can. And if you have to unravel your left hand in order to get rid of the rigidity of doing this with the wrist and a straight fourth finger, then it's really worth doing, because you'll find you'll be able to play much more easily if you give your fourth finger a chance to strengthen itself and also work with the rest of the hand to sort of find positions where you can actually just put your fingers down quite easily. And that's the goal, right? Don't put up with rigidity. Try and find ways to sort of place your hand, use your wrist, relax your thumb, allow your thumb to sort of pivot back when you're using your wrist. Do you see how it works? Like that. Don't believe the myth that it's got to be sore to play the violin. No, you've got to find solutions to make it feel very comfortable and easy to move. And remember, when you're practicing putting your fingers down, you only need to lift them from the string a little bit. The fingers always hover next to the string like that, very, very close to the string, and that really helps you because you don't actually need that much movement up with the fourth finger to actually exercise it. Okay, so try doing these exercises every day, and I hope that you find comfort in your left hand and that your fourth finger starts to work properly for you. It'll make such a difference. So I'll leave it there and I'll say bye-bye for now. Bye.